folks. I hope you are all doing well. We are taking a look at the weekly energies for signs water, earth, fire, and air. This is for the week of February 20th through the 26th. I've got words. It's been a week, okay? So, first, we're going to take a look at water signs and other signs. I'll see you in a bit. Cancer and Scorpio, you folks kind of stood out in my mind before I started your reading while I was thinking about it earlier today. I hope you had a good week last week, water signs. I hope that your energies are strong this upcoming week. I want to take a closer look at the themes that you're going to have to deal with. Okay, I'm going to take 3 from the bottom. You've got the 10 of Cups, the Devil in reverse, and the Emperor also in reverse. It looks like this is a romantic partner or a very powerful male figure, masculine figure in your life who you cannot get away from. And I say it's leaned towards more in being a romantic partner because the 10 of Cups is here. So that's from the bottom of the deck. That's the energy that's kind of moving this. So what can you do to deal with this? So the 2 of Wands, it's difficult for you to look ahead and make plans. Scorpio is what is coming to mind. And Cancer as well. Pisces as well. You can't make plans because your resources are being drained here. I'm using the White Newman Tarot today. Your resources are being drained here. If you can reach out to people around you who you know, love, and care for you, that's the best thing for you to do right now. This is a difficult time for you, I can see. The King of Pentacles is here. This is attached to the Emperor. This may be a lack of commitment to you. A lack of romantic commitment that's just causing a lot of chaos here. You are drained and you don't know how you're going to get out of this either. This person might be wasting your energy, your physical energy. They might be wasting your finances, but there's a waste sensation here. You're afraid. And there might be some cowardice going on with this King of Pentacles in reverse as well, because the Emperor is also in reverse. It might benefit you to know that this person who is doing you wrong, this masculine figure who's doing you wrong, is a deeply insecure individual. Either this is a person who does not like to work, they like to take shortcuts, they're lazy even, or this is how you feel. You feel like you cannot work because this person is making life so oppressive for you. You want to walk away, but you're finding it incredibly difficult. You keep looking back at the past, at the cups that have been spilled. You have the 5 of Cups of here. 5 of Cups, yes, here in reverse. This might No, for a lot of water signs, this might mean that you just are in a cycle of, it used to be so good with this person. How did it go so left field? You have the King of Cups here I'm sorry, the Knight of Cups in reverse here. You have been burned. You were the kind of person to open your heart to people, and I would not be surprised at all to see this from a water sign. And I should note that all three of these cards are all water imagery, right? Of course, I would expect that with water signs. But I definitely feel like you've been burned, that it's difficult to move on here. You can't let go because it looks like this masculine figure is keeping you from leaving, or is really putting a lot of pressure on you to keep you from leaving. You may be feeling a great deal of depression. You might be hiding this from your partner because it's not particularly safe to show all of your feelings to this person at this point. No one's celebrating this. You're utterly burnt. Celebration is so far from your mind. Celebrating anything, even victories for yourself, celebrating doesn't make you feel good anymore. You've got the Queen of Swords here, and you've got the Ten of Swords after her. So for some people, this might be an individual in your friend circle, in your family circle. This might even be a romantic partner who tends to be more feminine, but this person has used their intuition and their intelligence to sabotage you. And this person, when I look at her next to the Six of Wands, this is someone who doesn't celebrate when things go well for you. This is someone who is jealous when things go well for you, and who celebrates when things go badly for you. And yet you have the Wheel of Fortune here, which says that change is coming. It arrives after the Ten of Swords. There's nothing else after the Ten of Swords but to start into the Ace of Swords. It's Ace of Swords. It's the beginning of a new era here. This feels like a betrayal that was a bit of a Tower moment for water signs. And I can't remember, but the Tower moment may have showed up in last week's energies too. But now it's the time for change. It's time to move on. It's upright, which says that the universe has good things in store for you. So I'm going to look at 4 more cards for you from the top. Justice is upright. You're on the right side of justice here. But you are definitely in the middle of a karmic situation as well. There is karmic judgment coming back on your romantic partner if indeed this masculine figure is a romantic partner. There is karmic justice coming down on this Queen of Swords who may have betrayed you. This person who is in your friend circle who is not your friend, or thinks of themselves as a close family member but isn't close at all. So you're in the middle of a karmic justice kind of situation, and yet you have the Ace of Cups here as well. This is the beginning of a new era of self-love and a new way for you to give love to others. Once this situation is over, you are going to be able to offer your cup of love to new people. But right now, I do see water signs as being deeply burned and hesitant to get into anything new. Let karma work. Let justice bring balance back to the situation. You will have new love again, even if it doesn't feel that way, even if it doesn't flow. You are being called to isolation. You have the Hermit up here, upright. So you are going through a transformation here. This particular card is about this spirit moose is almost ready to leave his home where he's been developing into a spirit animal, right? But his antlers are keeping him from leaving because they're too wide. They won't let him fit through the door. In order for him to become fully a spirit animal, be able to provide guidance to others, he needs to lose what's keeping him from that one last transformation here. So I see, folks, in the middle of this situation, you are being asked to let go of one last thing in order to let this new love come in order for justice to really come in. There is protection being offered here. I do see water signs feeling the fallout of their partner's karmic debts, or those karmic debts being called for repayment, if you will. I do see water signs feeling those effects, but you are being shielded to a degree from a lot of those effects. And it looks like you're being asked to let go of fighting this situation. It looks like you're being asked to let go of fighting this masculine figure here. You have the Seven of Wands here in the upright after the Hermit. So for Scorpio signs, for some Cancer signs, it might feel good to fight. This is the time to let go, to allow the transformation to take place, to move into a new era. It might hurt. I absolutely recommend reaching out to trusted friends and family members, being cautious about people who might talk about what's going on without your permission. Whatever you can do to let go of conflict in your life, to lead a conflict-free life, is what you're being asked to do here. Some introspection. How can I let go of conflict within myself? And from there, how can I let go of conflict within my external circumstances? Water signs, that is the reading that I have for you this week. I hope that your energies are strong. I hope that you have a good week. Take care. Earth signs, I hope that you've had a good week this past week. We are taking a look at your energies for the week of February 20th through the 26th. So I'm going to take a look at the first three on the bottom first, and you have the Two of Pentacles. I said the Ten of Pentacles. You might get the Ten of Pentacles in reverse in this particular reading. I'll hold it up so you can see it. But here we've got an imbalance in energies that you are giving yourself. This is an Earth sign card, of course, right? It's the Pentacles. So this is either about your physical energy, this is about your financial resources, this is something about your earthly resources within yourself and your external circumstances, which is being drained at this point. You've also got the Ten of Wands in reverse. This is a burden, an overburden, a burden not worth having. There's something you need to let go of here. Yeah, you've got the Eight of Cups here in reverse. This is energy on the bottom, and I said 3 cards, but here you've got Temperance. You're being asked to bring balance to the situation here. And the universe will bring balance to the situation if you don't make genuine steps towards creating that balance. You also have the King of Cups here in reverse, which suggests to me, some like it might be that earth signs this week struggle to be the master of their own emotions. So this is a chaotic situation here. Some earth signs might be trying to leave this situation, but they can't. Or rather, they don't want to. Some earth signs might not want to leave. This is a burden not worth having, but they don't want to let it go because they feel like they have some obligation to family members, to friends, to society in general. This could be a business partnership, or this could be a romantic relationship. This could be a really close connection within your friend or family circle as well, but either way, the universe wants to bring balance to the situation. Spirit says that earth signs need to come in control of their emotions here, that there are going to be some overwhelming situations, that emotions are going to feel overwhelming at points, but that you are being asked to focus on spirit and focus on bringing balance back to the situation. You've got quite a bit of water energy here, so you might feel like crying quite a bit this week. Please do reach out to a therapist, to somebody that you trust. So with the King of Cups here in reverse and the Five of Wands here in reverse, you earth signs might be fighting a rite of passage here. The Five of Wands in this White Newman Tarot is a little bit different from the other Five of Wands in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So this is about a rite of passage here. The initiate in the middle is about to go through a spiritual fight that's meant to be taking place, right? These masters of magic are there to help her become the best initiate possible. But when in the reverse, I feel like this is an earth sign resisting a lesson that the universe really needs to teach them. And this will come back down to emotions. Some earth signs might really enjoy, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but might really enjoy crying a lot or having meltdowns, so to speak. And it separates earth signs from the people who are supposed to be around them in order to challenge them to be the best people possible. This might not apply to all earth signs, okay? Super high vibing earth signs will have a different message entirely. So you have the Star here. Healing is deeply, deeply needed. And I wonder if some earth signs aren't pushing the healing away. Depression is what I'm getting. Like a deep depression. Water signs in the previous reading also got a deep depression. So there may be some similarities between these two signs. What they're going through as far as partnerships, as far as friends, family, spouses, girlfriends, boyfriends, that kind of thing. It's difficult to heal because we have here the Page of Swords in reverse. This is something that some earth signs may struggle with. Small-mindedness. Again, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but not thinking in new ways is how we stay stagnant, and everybody is guilty of this at some point or another, not just earth signs. But Page of Swords in reverse is about, to me, watching other people do things, but not necessarily doing things for yourself. I also get imitate, that a lot of these folks imitate what other people do, but don't ever feel it. It never goes below the surface. They don't ever do it because it's something that they want to do. They think it's what their society expects them to do here. But they're really fighting against the people who challenge them to be the best version of themselves, to be the version that allows healing to come in and allows them to see what new opportunities are coming in, but not stay stagnant in a certain kind of thinking. I do associate Page of Swords in reverse with some degree of mental immaturity, which might be more accurate to say than small-mindedness. And we have the Ace of Swords here in reverse, so maybe even a refusal to see the truth here. Some earth signs may be really, really struggling with the situation at home, and they're resisting a transformation, because the transformation may mean the end of a marriage. It might mean the breakup of a family, and that's rough. Please do reach out to a therapist. If that is what's going on this week, if a long-term relationship is kind of unraveling, Spirit is kind of indicating perhaps not talking about it for a while, keeping it to yourself. Also with the Ace of Swords in reverse, maybe keeping it just to the therapist, just to the marriage counselor for the time being, until you can move forward. Unfortunately, I feel like some earth signs missed out on a cup from the universe here. They didn't see the truth, so they missed out a cup from the universe. You have the Four of Cups here in reverse. It doesn't mean that that's the end of all cups coming your way, but it's possible that earth signs may have missed an opportunity to start a new thing, which the universe wanted you to start. You have the Knight of Swords here upright. So you are interested possibly in moving quickly, maybe speaking your mind about what you want to do. But I feel like this isn't necessarily connected to what you genuinely want to do. I feel like this is kind of surface. This is the Knight of Swords here, taking new action here, thinking about new things, avoiding an up-leveling. You have the Judgment card here in reverse. Yeah. You would rather talk your way around this situation and talk quickly, I see, than take action towards what the universe wants you to become. And I understand, that's rough, and it's not permanent, right? Just because we have this energy this week doesn't mean that you can't improve next week, or that you can't see this and take the steps that you can to mitigate your situation. The universe will see that. The universe will see that as a judgment upright instead of a judgment in reverse. This isn't set in stone. This is an energy reading for the upcoming week. You can make this into an excellent week where you do become the best version of yourself or yourselves, earth signs. You have the Four of Swords here in reverse. It can be easier to not become better. That's a massive temptation, I understand, but the universe really, really wants you to become the best version of yourself that you possibly can be, earth signs. I see that you're missing out on happiness here. You have the Nine of Cups in reverse. You also have the Five of Swords in reverse. This is deep unhappiness with a conflict that never seems to go away. It's an uneasy truce, and you couldn't be more unhappy about it. I also see the Black Newman Tarot. So this is an oracle card for this particular deck. In this position, it's about some spirit animals being rescued by spirit from forces of darkness, if we should say, shadow selves. So something about this situation, the universe, this spirit will make things right, whether you stand in its way, their way, or not. It might feel for some earth signs that you are drowning in what's going on here, but taking the lifeline that spirit, that the universe is offering you, doing the hard work to becoming the best person possible, is what you do to save yourself from this never-ending conflict, from this deep depression. It might be that for a while you kind of need to stay not stagnant, but stay with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. It might feel like you're staying stagnant. The universe, spirit, is building you up to be the best person possible when you feel like you're stagnant. If you are studying and actively working every day to be the best person possible, making difficult choices for yourself, to come in contact with your shadow self, to harness your shadow self for your highest good, it might feel like you are stagnant for a while, that there's nothing new coming in. But on the other hand, you are growing, right? When the seed is under the ground, it's not stagnant by any means. It's growing roots, and then it's sending its little shoot up, and we might not see anything. That doesn't mean that nothing is growing. Please take every opportunity this week to be the best version of yourself, even when it's extremely difficult, even when it's difficult for you, when it's difficult for the people around you. What is the highest good for yourself? What does spirit, what does the universe, what do your spirit guides see as the highest good for you? And chase it. Earth signs, that is your reading. I hope that you make the best of this upcoming week as you possibly can. Take care. Fire signs, I hope that you're having a good week this week. I want to take a look at the energies that you're going to be working with for the week of February 20th through the 26th. You have the Knight of Cups here in reverse. You might be kind of burned romantically, emotionally this week. Maybe you offered love and kindness, whether romantically to a friend, to a family member, or something like that. You offered love and kindness, and it was kind of spit on, right? It wasn't well received. You might be hurting this particular week. You also have the Seven of Cups in reverse. You've clearly made a choice. You're not offering your cup to just anybody. You are the Empress. You are in firm control of who you give your heart to, right? You've got one person that you give your heart to, the upright Emperor, I hope, right? Maybe that's yourself, right? Maybe that's the Emperor within yourself. I get the feeling that this is you, fire signs, right? And I hope that you can get a good look at that. That looks like a really fiery image, right? She looks like a person who's incredibly confident, which I associate with the fire sign. You've had a lot drained away from you, and the Empress sees that, and there we go, isn't willing to put up with it anymore. You've made your choice. It might be a difficult choice, but you are choosing to bring healing to your situation. This is the Star. Beautiful, beautiful version of the Star, I should point out. So let's take a look at the energies on the top. That was from the bottom. You have the Four of Cups here. You're healing something. You're healing how you have possibly taken cups from the universe in the past. Maybe you've missed some cups. The universe wants you to know that those aren't the only cups headed your way. If you missed it, there are more headed your way. You're healing how you pay attention to the opportunities that the universe sends your way. So some fire signs might be struggling with the people around them who are challenging fire signs to be the best version possible. Continue to listen to what signals the universe is sending you through the people around you, even when it's difficult, even when you don't really want to be around these people. You might be asking yourself, why are these people around me? Why do I have the bad luck of being around all these people who don't feel like they have their best interests for me? The universe is using them in your favor, right? You might not feel like you are in control of your situation. You have the Magician in reverse. For some fire signs, a few fire signs, Spirit is saying, that might be that there's an abuse of power going on here. That might be a tremendous struggle, even maybe coming from you or from the people around you. But the universe brings up this card to remind you that you are in control of your situation. You have all the elements at your fingertips. You are the magician here. You've got a lot of sword energy here. It looks like there might be an air sign in your life, fire signs, who's taken something from you for a while, actually. And it's not been a hard-working process is what I mean. I've got the Four of Swords here in reverse, which talks to me about not getting up when it's time to get up, when it's time to move. So someone here has been talking about you behind your back, taking something away from you, but from a verbal kind of angle. As if they've been gossiping with you, with these folks behind your back. You might feel powerless. You might just feel resigned to this situation. You might say, there's nothing that I can do about what's going on here, so I'm not going to do anything. So the Page of Swords might be fire signs energy also. This could be an air sign in your life, but if you have air in your birth chart, this might be also speaking to you. Being kind of resigned to always being in this cycle of starting over, being stagnant, thinking stagnantly, for instance. You're being asked to get up off the couch, to have a little bit more confidence in yourself. So this is about getting the fire started back within you. This is about being intuitive, having all the magic at your fingertips, and I don't feel like you have that. So you might not be moving from the Four of Swords energy, that's that energy reversed, because you just feel like you don't have the energy, you don't have the ability to do this. Your family might be what's holding you back. You might have a family situation that's kind of rough, that's kind of falling apart. It lands on the Four of Cups in reverse. This family situation, there might be something in here that you missed. You missed an opportunity here because you didn't feel confident, because you didn't get moving towards this opportunity in time. I still see a struggle here, somehow with family members, friends, people that you're in contact with. There's something connected here about you're supposed to learn an emotional lesson through these people, but you're struggling with this. You have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's draining your energy. So these family members aren't the greatest in the world. I can see that. But there's still some lessons to be learned here. It is draining your energy, and it's not forever here. It's Two of Pentacles is a temporary card. Yeah, you're being asked to level up. You have the Judgment here in reverse. Be careful not to miss the universe asking you to up level yourself with that Four of Cups in reverse. You have the King of Wands upright. You have the World in reverse. You have the Strength card. And you have the High Priestess in reverse. You might really be struggling to come in contact with your intuition here. You have the King of Wands here, but this isn't always about having cup energy, which I associate with having intuition. I associate with intuition is what I should say. There might be a struggle here with transforming yourself. You also have the High Priestess here. There might be some false situations, again, to do with your family, that you're meant to see in order to, again, level you up spiritually. And also, if you're not listening to the High Priestess asking you to up-level yourself with the Judgment card, you're not going to be able to go past the curtain to reach the waters that are behind the High Priestess. Pay close attention to the universe's messages this week. If you sense something about your situation that you should be doing, even when it's difficult, move toward that difficult situation and make the best possible choices for yourself. You are the King of Wands who acts, who doesn't sit around, who does, and who creates knowledge, new spiritual knowledge. That's also what I associate the wand suite with, I should say. So, folks, those are all the messages for you from Spirit. I hope that you have a great week. Take care. Air signs, I hope that you're all having a great week so far. We are taking a look at your energies for the week of February 20th through the 26th. So I see here air signs going in for help, letting go of that lack mindset, saying there is help to be had, and I'm going to take it finally at last. I'm going to take healing, because I do see a lot of air signs being deeply drained. But you also have here the Empress card upright. Fantastic. So the Empress guards from any resources being drained from her healing, bringing stuff back to herself, keeping resources to herself while she recovers just a little bit. Air signs have been through a lot, and I see that so far in the first 4 cards that there's quite a bit of earth energy here. You might have some earth energy in your chart. There might be some earth energy around you also that kind of drained your situation, and you're recovering from feeling like you need to be attached to this draining situation. You have come into your own as the Empress. And I should say that the Empress is more about coming into your own as an intuitive, or even listening to your intuition better, right? You don't need to think of yourself as magical or psychic in order to listen to your intuition. We do it all the time. But this is listening to your guidance first and foremost. This is about paying attention to your emotions first and foremost. You have the White Newman in reverse here, which is an oracle card for the White Newman Tarot, which I'm using today. This speaks to me about wonderful things from the universe occurring in the near future. So it's on the way, it's gathering speed, headed towards you, but it's not quite at you yet. But you've gotten wonderful things for yourself. This is a great card to get upright or in reverse because great things are headed your way either way. I see you folks working hard on making choices for yourself, seeing clearly into what you want, what's best for you. Again, with that Empress energy, it's in the middle, and I think that's kind of neat. You're working hard to balancing yourself, putting what you want first, what's best for you first, what is good for your highest good. We'll go head for that one first. And you got the Knight of Cups. You're working hard, you're making good choices for yourself, and they're making you incredibly happy this week. Awesome Blossom. I really like the energy that Air sign has so far. What else? We've got a conflict here that has the Queen of Cups immediately after it in upright. I almost said in reverse. So some air signs might be feeling a little bit in reverse here. Tap back into the universe, back into your spirit guides, into your ancestors to work through this conflict. You have the ability as the Queen of Cups upright and also in reverse, right? You can bring that card upright. You can see through this situation. You can keep your emotions in balance while working through this conflict. And it might be taking some energy from you. Again, with the Ace of Pentacles here, it might be taking some energy from you. But you also refill your cup for yourself here with this Queen of Cups. You also have the Chariot here. This is a journey that you're supposed to be on. You're supposed to be traveling through this conflict. If you're going through hell, keep going, right, is what I'm getting with this particular card. You're supposed to be on this journey. You're doing the right thing. And there's also, this is a watery version of the Chariot, I should point out. So definitely use your intuition to guide your way forward. You don't need reins. You don't need a harness on your spirit animal. Oh my God. You don't need a reins on your spirit animal in order to move forward. This is the time for you to be feeling, as opposed to be thinking. So the King of Swords, you might be kind of struggling to be the master of your own thoughts this week. You might have some chaotic situations because of this conflict to work through. But again, you're reminded that you're supposed to be feeling your way through this situation with the Chariot here. The Queen of Cups has this. And this is one of those situations where the King of Swords doesn't need to be quite as active here. Make sure that the King of Swords isn't just blindly acting. Make sure that you feel before you think. If that makes any sense. Take that as it resonates. You have the Ten of Pentacles here in reverse. So I'm getting from Spirit that this is delayed. A delayed happy ending for yourself. So it's not far off, right? You do have this coming towards you. But with the Chariot, this is going to be a longish journey. It might take a couple of tries to learn how to feel your way forward as opposed to thinking your way forward. But you're still on your way to your Ten of Pentacles. Spirit says, absolutely, you are still on your way to the Ten of Pentacles. You have a lot of really powerful energy. You've made a lot of really amazing choices for yourself this past week. Excuse me. Yes, you have over the past couple of weeks. And I see you making really awesome choices over the next week as well. Okay. So some folks might struggle to celebrate your Ten of Pentacles, your happily ever after. Even if it's delayed, they don't care when it arrives. They're not going to be happy to see it arrive. You have the Four of Wands here in reverse. This could be about partnerships breaking, partnerships between family members, friends that you thought were friends, that you thought were close family members. They're not celebrating you coming to your happily ever after because you felt your way through this. And a lot of people, you worked hard to feel your way through this too. And a lot of people see that, get upset, get jealous, and find ways to crap all over you, basically. It might be that you need to celebrate more privately your accomplishments. It might be that you don't want to necessarily broadcast these accomplishments to other people for the time being. Keep it to yourself. And I'm getting Knight of Cups in reverse, and other cards, other signs have gotten the same thing. This might mean that you don't offer your cup to just anybody, that you don't wear your heart on your sleeve, that you protect it and give it to the people who will value it and will treasure it. Won't hurt it on purpose. Be careful not to get up in your head while this delayed Ten of Pentacles is on the way. Be careful not to get up in your head and pull up your harvest too early. You have the Seven of Pentacles here in verse, and you have the Nine of Swords here as well upright. So this might mean I'm freaking out. Things aren't going. It feels like things should be moving faster. Let me pull up these unripe vegetables or these fruits. Let me pull up some hard work it's too soon, right? Let me rush things when you can't rush a good harvest. Relax for a bit. Let the swords go to spirit. Let your anxieties go to spirit. Things are progressing as they should. Continue to do what you're doing is what I'm getting. It might feel like you have the Black Newman here. It's an oracle card. It might feel like the shadows of I don't know, not the universe, but it might feel like shadows either from self or from your external situation are kind of strangling you. I see with the Knight of Swords here that you feel like that this is a problem, but it isn't really. The Spirit has got your back here. The Spirit has got, the universe has got your situation completely under control. Don't rush this harvest. There's no need to feel like there's something coming around your neck, right? And this might also be Eight of Swords energy right there. You feel like you can't get out of your situation, but yes, release your anxieties. You might again, this is another entreaty, to kind of keep your victories to yourself for the time being. Let things grow, and that's going to help keep your anxiety to a more manageable level. Keep things to yourself. Have fun with these wonderful things. You are supposed to be celebrating. Again, with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, this is a celebration that is on the way. You have the White Newman again here in reverse. It's on the way. You might need to be a little bit, you might need to think through your situation before you go leaping into talking about, look at this wonderful new life I have. Look at this wonderful new business that's suddenly taking off. Look at all this stuff I'm selling. Look at this wonderful new romantic relationship. There are going to be people in your life who will not celebrate this happy time in your life. So keep them at a distance. Enjoy your new happy life. Enjoy the feeling of it coming in. And keep some things to yourself here. It's not a bad thing to keep some things to yourself. Now, you should still celebrate and not be so defensive that you completely clam up. Find the most trusted people in the universe, maybe a therapist, for instance. Maybe they can't talk legally. They can't talk about the wonderful things coming into your life, but also like really, really close friends who you genuinely trust, right? This might be a good time to spout off wonderful things. Talk about the wonderful things that are headed to your life, headed to you. But you do need to be aware that there are a lot of people in your circle who will not celebrate your victories and who get some schadenfreude when they see you do badly in life. 2 more cards I'm getting. Okay. You have Death and the 10 of Swords here. You may have suffered a situation which felt like a deep betrayal, either last year or relatively recently. You've been going through a tremendous betrayal, and through it all, you have chosen to be the best versions of yourself, which is wonderful. Death is blessing this. Death is blessing this final stage of the Swords suite. And now we're transitioning on to the Ace of Swords, which is new energies, new ways of thinking, new ways of communicating, new projects to do with communicating and talking and thinking and all that kind of good stuff. Intuition as well. This hurt in the past, but death is taking you on to a new place. This is your transformation, and I see you going with the transformation here. Air signs, that's all for you this week. I hope that you have a great one. Take care of yourself.